Hello everyone, once again welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to talk on the topic how to make PowerPoint presentation more effective. Watch the video till the end, like the video, subscribe the channel, and yes, don't forget to press on the bell icon. Moving ahead with the topic which I have taken today to talk upon, how to make PowerPoint presentation more effective. So I have divided this topic into three parts. Number one is a content creation, number two is a sequencing, and number three is a formatting. So in content creation, one need to study the topic well, and if you know your topic, it will help you to deliver the contents when you're presenting. So in the content creation, one need to study the topic, one need to identify some of the reports been published on the topic, some of the statistical data available on internet, also some of the related terminologies with the topic. Okay, let me give you an example. If you have selected a topic to present in the form of PowerPoint presentation, like impact of business demography on new educational policy. So in this, you can refer some of the government websites, some of the private companies website, and identify related terminologies like business demography, what is impact on new educational policy, so which all are the stakeholders involved into it. So you need to do a thorough study of the topic being chosen for the presentation. Second takeaway of this video is sequencing of the PowerPoint presentation. It means sequencing of your content which you have created in the slides. Always remember the first slide should be of a title slide. The topic which you have selected and its title should be given in the slide number 1. Also the team member's name should also be given in the first slide. Second slide should always be the content slide, which we call it as a index slide. So what is there in the index? As the name itself suggests, it should show the content of your presentation, like introduction, meaning, definition, significance, importance, and a lot of things, and then the conclusion. Your presentation actually starts from the slide number 3. So the slide number 3 should always be an introduction slide. So as I said, let's take the same example ahead and talk upon impact of business demography on new educational policy. Right. So if we take this topic ahead, so in the introduction slide, you can talk about in business demography, then what is the meaning of demography, what is new educational policy, who framed the policy, which are the objectives of new educational policy. Right. So that should always be a part of an introduction. And in the next slide, you can write about meaning, definition, and other stuff. Your actual presentation starts from slide number 3. Afterwards, you can mention about maybe advantages, disadvantages, significance of the topic which you have chosen, maybe related terminologies associated with it. Also some of the statistical data which has already been published can also be added into the slides, which adds a lot of value if you are presenting the topic. So that can be into the sequence. And last but not the least, the last slide should always be of the conclusion slide. So conclusion can be a summary of the topic which you have selected, and it is a takeaway for your audience. And after that, there will be a question answer from the panel members, from your teachers, or to whom you have presented the PowerPoint. So that will be a question answer after the conclusion. So these are two takeaways. The last point which I wanted to discuss here is formatting, because formatting plays a very important role. In the formatting, let me tell you what you need to do. The contents which you have created, at that time only you need to look for the web template. So what is web template? So the template which is downloaded from the web, from the internet, is called a web template, because every computer has a limited template and there's a repetition of the same. So it doesn't create that kind of impression to the one to whom you're presenting the PowerPoint presentation. There are various websites which gives you the free template, but while selecting a template, you should always remember it should go with the title, the topic which you have selected. Like let's say for example, if your topic is relating with the healthcare industry, so the template which you have downloaded should go with the healthcare industry. If you have selected a topic to talk upon, maybe some statistical data which you are presenting to your teacher or to your seniors, so your template should go with the topic which you have selected. So most important in formatting is what? You need to have the web template. Point number 2 in formatting, let me tell you about the use of graphics. Like let's say for example in the importance or in the significance slide you have 4 points. So instead of giving those bullet points, if you put the matter into a infographics. Infographics is a terminology which is used wherein the information is placed in the graphical format. That is why we called it as the infographics. There are various websites which gives you free infographics. In fact, if you download the templates, some of the last slides of the templates are having the infographics which can be used by the one who is presenting the PowerPoint presentation or the one who is making the PowerPoint presentation. Next point in formatting which I wanted to tell you is about the font size and font style. So there should be the similarity between the font size and the font style which you have used. It shouldn't happen like the font size and the style is different in slide number 1, is different in slide number 2, is different in slide number 3, 4, 5. It shouldn't happen. So there should be a similarity between the style of the font which you have chosen from slide number 1 to slide number last. At the same time, when we talk about the formatting, you should always look into the line spacing part. Because many a time it happens somewhere you are using line spacing of maybe 1.5, somewhere maybe 2.5. So that shouldn't happen. The line spacing should be similar to all the slides. Okay, so this is all about how to make the PowerPoint presentation. Let me paraphrase the takeaway of the presentation. Point number 1, content creation. Point number 2, sequencing. Point number 3, formatting.